والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا إنك سميع مجيب الدعاء. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع وقلب لا ونفس لا تشبع ودعاء لا يسمع. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Welcome everyone. Why everything in the front is empty? Who's scared to sit in the front? Why? Yeah, please come on in, because if people come late, it's going to be tough for them to go through. And the same thing for the sisters in the back. There's like a one line here. I think there's 3 or 2. There's like 2. Yeah, there's one here. So for those of you, especially if I can't see you, you can't see me. So if you want, there's one here. If you want some privacy, absolutely. Here. And then there is, I think, 2 or 3 next to you. 2 or 3. 1. Okay, so there's one also here. طيب. How is everybody? It's been a while actually. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It's lovely to be back. Walillahi alhamd. And I hope everybody, Ya Rabbi Ameen, in the mode already for Ramadan. You don't look like it. Are you? Yes or inshallah? Yes, inshallah. Has to be both. Because yes, you want, but لا تقولن لشيء إني فاعل من ذلك غدا إلا إن شاء الله. Don't say to something, I'm going to do it, unless Allah will, so you have to add to it. But if you say inshallah, it's going to be the inshallah of the Muslims, you know what? Meaning I'm not coming, I'm not going to do it. So it's inshallah. So I hope it's exactly a month, actually probably less than a month. Today is the 19th. It's either 18 or the 19th, so Allah knows. Right? So get ready, get yourself ready. I'm not talking about food. I'm not talking about which masjid I'm going to pray Taraweeh. That's the least of the concerns should be. And I don't want to hear argument, why do you go here, you don't go here? Why don't you go to the Taraweeh? Why don't you pray home? Who cares? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you're praying Taraweeh, He's not going to say, oh, she prayed in ICOI. It's a house of Allah, wherever it is. I mean, unless you prayed in Mecca, it's a different story. But all of it. And sometimes I prefer to pray home. Because I can focus much better than the masajid. But some people, on the contrary, they say at home it's very hard for them to focus. So whichever you are, but definitely, subhanAllah, I spoke with the youth. It was a very interesting session this weekend. And I just asked them, you're going to make this Ramadan the best ever? They said yes. I said, lovely. What is the plan? I'm going to talk to you about Ramadan in February, because I'll do one for you before Ramadan. But I want you from now, it's about 3 weeks. Honestly, what is the plan? I don't want you to tell me I'm going to go to Taraweeh. How much you get out of Taraweeh, billah alaykum? Right? Come out of Taraweeh, you'll see your friends, especially some, I don't know if it's the men only, but what I've seen before I moved here, it's the men, they all follow the sunnah. So the sunnah is 8. Okay. And the 9th, they are outside talking or drinking coffee or tea. Or I'm seeing my friends and I'm talking to her. You know what? Stay home and focus. So it's not I'm going to Taraweeh, I'm going to read Quran. Last year you read Quran. I'm sure you did. Doesn't matter how much. But what did that do to you? The most important thing in Ramadan, day 1 of Ramadan, you cannot be the same person day 30th. Then Ramadan came and left and nothing. So this is what you have to plan, and everybody is different. Like one day you're top, one day you're lower. That's very common also. But why I was top, why I was lower, I need to look into this. And each one plans well. What will make you get closer to Allah in Ramadan? Everybody is fasting. You know, I'm alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, been the last couple of years I spent in Mecca. Millions. I mean, if you look at on the night of 27 or 29, the day of Khatma, forget it. Like last year, from, I think before Asr, every road getting to Medina was closed. They announced it, they even sent text message. So all these prayed. All of these were in the Haram. Everybody was fasting. But which one? Which one was the one that Allah looked and says, this is she? That's the one I'm looking for. So don't focus on just the external. You know, I'm going to go, ICOI, the muqra is beautiful. I'll go to this because the muqra is just a tool.
Because I have seen people don't know a word from the Quran and they sob and cry like a baby. And I've seen people huffaz, they know every word what the Imam is saying, nothing changes. So plan it as, put a goal that this Ramadan will be the best ever. And this is what I said to the youth actually. And alhamdulillah, they took it. It was high schoolers. I said, imagine, and I'll say it to you. Imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Azza wa Ajal, send you a text message. And in the text message says, this is your last Ramadan. And it could be any one of us, by the way. Did you hear about the family in ICOI? That they lost 5 of their kids? It's on the internet, it was on Instagram yesterday. 5. It's family here. But the kids, they are not kids actually. I think the oldest was 18 and the youngest was 6. All of them. Sleeping in their auntie's house, and there was a gas leak, and nobody woke up. And the parents were here because they're planning to go back. This could be any one of us. These are young, healthy, mashallah, all of them. The boys hafiz, all the girls hijabi. I mean, beautiful. So imagine Allah send you a text message. Says, this is your last Ramadan. He gives you a deadline. Ya Allah, what are you going to do? Look at it this way. Everybody, look at it this way. How many of you work? Like work, day work. Like, did you plan to take days off? Last and nights of Ramadan. Don't take it in the summer, go here and there. Take it where you're really going to be away from distractions. Work is not only a distraction, it takes a lot of the energy. You're tired, you're stressed, your energy. Even when you read Quran, I can't get enough sleep, I'm running to the masjid, coming back running because tomorrow I have to work. Take time off. Plan it. Anything, this is what I say to myself, anything unnecessary that can be done outside Ramadan is not done in Ramadan. Period. I'm probably the only speaker who decline everything in Ramadan. At all. I don't care who invites me. I really mean it. Nope. This is between me and Allah. Everything else, the rest of the year. So plan it. And then inshallah, again, the class I will talk to you in February before I leave. Bi'idhnillah, we're going to talk about Ramadan. And on what weekend it is? It's the 7th. Yes, 6th, 7th, the 8th of February, we have here a free seminar. It's for the community. It is about Ramadan, the whole day. It's going to be the fiqh part, which shouldn't be, inshallah, too long, but the most important one is the spiritual part. What is it? Why do I have to fast? Why it's Ramadan? What does Allah expect from me? All these things. So plan it, inshallah you can. I think it's from 11, please forgive me, I don't remember, but I think it's from 11 to 3 or 10 to 2, I don't remember. Go on ICOI or go on Jannah Institute. You will find them both. And it's going to be here, inshallah. It's a Sunday. So today I opted to continue with the book. It's going to be a tough subject today. So let's get the matcha down, right? Because you're not going to be able to feel what I'm going to say if I'm distracted by food, right? How many of us are sinners? Every hand should be up. I put mine. If you don't put your hand, then either you're too shy from people, and Allah knows, which I doubt you say, I didn't sin. Come on. كل ابن آدم خطاء. All the children of Adam are sinners. That's hadith of Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. So all of us. Like, why I'm saying this question? Because the book that we were supposed to continue in, he starts now talking, and this is the main message of the book. What will happen when I sin? And I'm not talking about major, and may Allah protect us all. But let's assume it's major. You know what major I'm talking about? Backbiting. I didn't say alcohol. I didn't say drugs. I didn't say the other ones. Backbiting, who doesn't these days? Right? And especially for the younger people, if you still have your parents or you are living with them, who doesn't? Who does really, fully, 100% take care of their parents with excellence? And literally, I asked the youth and I wrote it down. They gave me 12 of their sins. It was really nice because you learn from them. And one of them is treating your parents. That's a major sin, by the way. That's actually the major sin after shirk. So we are all sinners. Alhamdulillah, we have the month of forgiveness. That's why I start by talking about Ramadan. One of the goals of Ramadan will be, I want to come out of Ramadan, whatever I did before is all erased. And it's not going to happen by me just fasting like everybody else, maybe go to the masjid or maybe in-house and just read whatever Allah opens from the Quran, I'm done. It's not going to happen. I need more. So what will happen if, let's say today, I was working on my computer, something came up, I'm supposed not to look at it, and I looked. But I continued to look, let alone I enjoy it. So that's called the results or the effect of sins. The main message of the book, the rest of the book is what will happen. And he goes on individual level, on a family level, community level, the relationship with Allah, relationship with the Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, effect on the earth, effect on the world. Subhanallah. So the first thing he say here, and if you want to write that, he put points, some points I'm going to elaborate on. Number one, you will be, not you, that person, a'udhu billah, may Allah protect you, that person will be deprived from knowledge. Hirmanul ilm, that's the first result. Meaning, the knowledge is available. These days, I can't tell Allah there is no knowledge. And come on, you tell me, right? How many YPs just in this city? Just in this city, right? Look around you in the masajid, right? How many free lectures per day? How many free lectures online, on YouTube, you name it. Am I correct? Am I right? How much we are using. How much we are benefiting from. So when Allah deprive me from knowledge, it doesn't mean it's not there. It is there. But I'm not motivated. I find zillion excuses. I don't like the way she speaks, he speaks. Oh, I've been there. I'm not interested. Whatever. The essence of it is not the speaker or the topic. First question is me. What did I do, Ya Allah, that you took this knowledge away from me? And one of our main problem in not getting closer to Allah is lack of knowledge. Yani why it is very still, like one of the youth said, what do you tell me? I'm not motivated. It's very nice. It was 12-year-old. He looked at me and says, what is the advice? I want to be motivated. You know what was my answer? What will he answer that? 12-year-old. Imagine this is your brother or sister. What will you say to her or him? Why you are not motivated? Number one, why you are not motivated? Because the norm should be, I am motivated, right? Like I looked at him and says, you want to go to Harvard? He said, of course. I said, why? He said, it's Harvard. I said, great. What are you going to do for it? You're motivated. Because his face changes. So here you are. Why we are not motivated? Yeah, answer me. I don't want you to be sleeping. Yes, يا نبدأ بهذه. الله يجعلنا من الهادين المهتدين. يا ربي آمين. Because we don't know Allah, okay? So Jannah is too far. And I think of Jannah, but it's too far. I don't see it, but I see the world, okay? So we don't know the practical steps. How do I get motivated? Could be, huh? Yes, please. We take time for granted, that's for sure. So the sins are blocking us. To me, number one, it's not my priority. It's not number one. Look at your to-do list. Look at your 5-year plan, right? Many of you at this age, you have a 5-year plan, right? What do I want to do if I'm work? Do I want to be this or that? Do I think I'm going to stay in this company? I'm probably going to move. Do I want to do my master's, PhD? All these are plans. I want to get married. Will I have children right away? Maybe I'll wait, right? Will I stay in California? Difficult to start a family. Maybe I'll go. All these plans. And these all are halal and correct, and you should. But my plan for Jannah is non-existing. Is not now, when I get 40, when my kids grow up, when they go to college, when they get married. It's not a priority number one. That's why I'm not motivated. But when we are going for Hajj, especially for those of you who have never been to Hajj with all this nusuk thing, and then you get it, or someone comes and gifts you with all these thousands of Hajj, you will get motivated. You're going to start asking me all these questions. So number one, we are not motivated because it's not a priority. When I'm motivated, I make things number one. I want to lose weight, it becomes number one. If I'm not interested, it doesn't matter. I like it. Whatever they think of me, I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. So number one, make it as a priority in your to-do list, daily to-do list. And if you are in your 20s and early 30s, and this is your priority, imagine where will you be when you are 50? You will be in a different relationship. But if you're going to start at 45, there's so much baggage I have to unload. So number one is put it as a priority. When you put it as a priority, he's going to open the door of knowledge for you. Because now you're sincere, but you don't know how to do it. And how is not my ability, and it's not my job. But when he throw all the knowledge around you, and you don't take it, I'm not interested, he'll take it away. Like, ask yourself, why don't I come every week to whatever lecture is there? Wherever you live. Why? I know there will be a laundry list of excuses, but reality. I read recently something very interesting. They said no one is very busy to talk to you unless they are not interested. You all know what I'm saying. If you are interested, you're going to make the time and you will talk to them. So number one is the sins or will lead you absolutely removing the knowledge. Imam Shafi'i is a student of Imam Malik. This is a very well-known story. And they brought him to me, he was very young, I think like 10 or 11 years of age. So Imam Malik, Imam al-Medina, he saw there's something in this boy, that something is different than others. So he told him, Ya Bunay, and Allah translate, Inni ara Allah qad alqa ala qalbika noora, fala tutfi'hu bi dhulmati al-ma'asiyah. Son, I see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had thrown in your heart light. Don't extinguish it by sins. Like when you see a gifted student, let's say your younger brother or sister, gifted. If you don't put them in gifted school, they will lose it. If you don't work on this gift Allah gave you, you will lose it. And everybody in this room, the fact you are here today at 7:30 on Monday, there is a light in your heart. Otherwise, you will be like everybody else. Don't extinguish this, even if it's a little bit. Doesn't matter, it's there. Don't extinguish it by leaving from here and committing a sin. Or before you enter, you commit a sin, then you will not be interested in here. There will be a zillion distractions. So number one, you will be, or I will be, and number one, from knowledge. Number two, there's a lot, but this is very important for you at this age, or at this stage in your life, that your rizq will be blocked by sins. The rizq, your sustenance. Like, let me ask you a question. Is everything getting very expensive? Expensive or very expensive? It's very expensive, right? Like if you ask me how much is the milk, I have no idea. But I know when I go to the grocery store, because it's almost the same every time, so I know what range it will be. I don't know exactly the number. But then when you look at suddenly the range become $20 more or 30, and I didn't add anything new, there is a problem, right? What is the problem? It's the sins humanity are doing, people are doing. It's not only you and me. The injustice in this world. And nobody is doing anything about it. Do you think this will be left by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It will affect everyone. And this is one of them. So if you apply for a job and you don't get the job, don't say they discriminated. They probably did, could be. Or maybe there was a better candidate. But why? The deeper, that's called reflection. So the second thing is look at your sustenance. Look at your rizq. Rizq can, and the opposite is true. هذا opposite, unless you practice it, you will see. You don't know where Allah will open the doors for you. And I really mean it. I lived it. I have seen it. Where people who really, really do their best not to disobey Allah, and if they disobey Allah, they ask for forgiveness, they work on getting closer to Allah, the rizq come to them. And by the way, rizq is not only money. Because once we think rizq, we say money. You know what's the best rizq Allah ever can give us? Is the peace of mind. You feel happy. You feel happy. Everybody looks at you, it's like, happy about what? You say, I'm happy, alhamdulillah. And I've seen these people. Maybe I told you this story or not, but I lived it again this time. Every time I go to Mecca, alhamdulillah, my friend sent her driver to pick me up from the airport. And that driver, you name it, he has it. So I intentionally ask him, because I want to hear all the misery plus alhamdulillah. So it reminds me, you name it, the wife on dialysis, the kids, everybody in whatever, right? And alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's how we say it, always. Though this is rizq. And here I am coming from America, this hot to this whatever, plane was whatever. So rizq, you want your rizq to be open. Allah send you a good husband, Allah send you a good wife, Allah send you a righteous child, Allah send you ease in your work, send you a good boss, send you a good co-worker. Work on work on the source. Don't work on the details. So number 2. Number 3. Subhanallah. This is, and he said, وَمِنْهَا تَعْسِيرُ أُمُورِهِ. Things become difficult. Things becomes difficult. You want to go, it's a 5 minutes drive, it becomes 30 minutes. Your friend who you really love, and you finally found a good friend, finally someone you can feel very comfortable. Next thing, they moved. Where do you think this all happens? Suddenly you say, oh, I have a bad luck. Don't put luck. Luck has nothing to do with it. It's all from Allah. So things becomes difficult. So, and this is subhanallah, and because the opposite is true, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Talaq, the divorce, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said, there is a one verse in the Quran, one verse. If people learned it, is enough for them. How many verses in the Quran? Wow. And we are waiting for Ramadan. Huh? Yeah, more than 6,000. Right? Knowledge. So he said one verse, actually it's not even one total verse. It's like the end of a verse. Like it's a verse, 2 lines, وهذا الend. He said this, if people learned it, يا أبا ذر, he said it to Abu Dhar, to a Sahabi, companion, he said, Ya Abu Dhar, there's one part in the Quran. If people learn it, it's enough for them. What is that one? وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whomsoever have taqwa from Allah, Allah conscious, shield yourself from sins, from the disobedience of Allah, Allah will find an exit for you. Makhraja is exit. You all look at my left, you'll see the sign said exit. Exit is what? Why do they put this exit signs everywhere? Why? That's called reflections. Why? Ya Hadi. Why do they put exit? When you go to hotels, always at the door, at the back, there is exit. Why? Exactly. What is the emergency? Is trouble. Right? So that's trouble in my life. Could be any trouble. What is the exit? It's not a sign I'm going to run. It's taqwallah. He'll find a solution for you. You don't know where it comes. Have you lived this, anybody of you? I'm sure you did. Something, and you're stuck, and somebody showed up, call you, text you. It's like, where did this happen? يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. So remember, since I disobey Allah, I'll see the result. Most of us don't see it, but it's there. You wake up in the morning and you don't feel well. Why? Nothing happened. You're not sick, no fever, but you just don't feel well. Have you had those days? Why? And when people ask you, say, I don't know. Wait. If you sat down and asked yourself, what did you see the last thing before you went to bed? What did you watch? What did you listen to? What did you say to your friend in the text message? Who was I talking about? These are all sins. And then you say, I don't know why. So third is things becomes difficult. Why do you think all this misery in the world, especially in the Western world, where everything is available? Because of the sins. Number, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas memorized this. This is very nice, actually. I'll read it in Arabic and I'll translate. He said, إِنَّ لِلْحَسَنَةِ ضِيَاءٌ فِي الْوَجْهِ وَنُورًا فِي الْقَلْبِ. Good deeds reflect on the face and will put a light in the heart. وَسِعَةٌ فِي الرِّزْقِ. And it expand your sustenance. وَقُوَّةٌ فِي الْبَدَنِ. And you will feel strong in your body. وَمَحَبَّةٌ فِي قُلُوبِ الْخَلْقِ. And it will makes people loves you. وَإِنَّ لِلسَّيِّئَ الْopposite. It's always true. وَلِلسَّيِّئَ sins سَوَادًا فِي الْوَجْهِ. It's like darkness on the face. وَظُلْمَةٌ فِي الْقَبْرِ. Darkness in the grave. وَوَهَنًا فِي الْبَدَنِ. Weakness in the body. وَنَقْصًا فِي الرِّزْقِ. Less sustenance. وَبُغْضَةً فِي قُلُوبِ الْخَلْقِ. And people don't like you. Yani, look into this. Honestly, I want you, these books is not something you hear one in a lecture and then you're done. This you need, write down whatever notes you get and just put it in front of you. And for a week, till next Monday, if Allah give us life, put this and analyze your day at the end. Put and analyze. This is how we learn. This is how we always learn. It's by reflection. You see people, you don't know why. And this, subhanAllah, one of my teachers, his teacher, 104. He died like when he was 106. 104. And they sent me a video of him entering the masjid. It's in Istanbul. Huge masjid. Running to the salah. He's 104 on the cane. Right? And in a book, a young man asked an older man, how did this happen? Look at the answer. And the answer applicable to you all. He said, هذه جوارح. These are limbs. حفظناها في الصغر. حفظناها في الشباب. فحفظها لنا الله في الكبر. We protected it, meaning from disobedience, when we were young. And Allah protected it for us when we are older. Who wants at age 60 or 70 to have back pain and you can't walk and every body and every bone hurts and you don't know the brain how much is left from it? Do you want that? And I have seen it with teachers, the real teachers. Subhanallah, especially those who memorize Quran. Subhanallah. Sharp, they stay sharp. Yeah, they get weaker body and old age, but they stay sharp. So you want to stay strong. You want to always feel happy internally. Again, not externally. You want to feel happy. You want life, even if all the doors are closed, I still see a light. Literally. The prescription I'll write for you, for myself, before anybody, I'll write it. Obey Allah. Done. There is no if and but. As much as you can. I'm not going to say everybody's 100%, but obey Allah. Obey Allah. Obey Allah. Put things that are red lines. Things I'm struggling, but Allah is going to give me. Things I'm doing, Ya Allah, make it better. Things are better, Ya Allah, make it the best. One of the other ones, and especially in Ramadan, remember this one. Sins will prevent you from obeying Allah. Sin itself is a block. Will prevent you from obeying Allah. Right? So you're fasting, وَلِلَّهِ الْحَمْدُ وَالْمِنْ. طيب? And then you came to the masjid, alhamdulillah, or you prayed tarawih, alhamdulillah. Right? And then you want to take a break, just to relax a little bit. And Allah knows what I watched. And it's so sad, like in the Muslim world, wallahi, it is so painful, so painful. Like all the ads you see is about entertainment in Ramadan. You know what's my worry? And I literally ask Allah, take me before I see that day. That one day Ramadan will become like Christmas. It's going to become, put lights, invite people, eat and drink, and done. It's all superficial. So here you are, alhamdulillah, you fasted, you prayed, you read your Quran, everything amazing. Alhamdulillah. Now you put the block, you close the door, you turned on your phone, your tablet, your TV, and then you start watching this, whatever this is. And it's so sad, there is nothing, almost nothing. You can watch even cartoons sometimes. I mean, the only thing, either you see classics or you see cartoon. And then what will happen? You will miss suhoor. You say, you probably will miss Fajr. The fasting, you'll be struggling throughout the whole day. How did this happen? Yesterday, I was enjoying every moment. Hirmanu ta'ah. Honestly, look into this. See this positive, right? Subhanallah. I couldn't pray at home. I normally pray at home these days. This is why I was late. Something happened in the house. I had to fix, couldn't. I was like, khalas, alhamdulillah, I don't want to be too late, right? So I ran because I didn't want to be too late. What did I find when I came? They're praying Jama'ah. What did Allah give me? I was praying it alone at home. And how He gave me Jama'ah. This is what it is. You obey Allah, He gives you more. You chose not to, He's not going to give you. And to me, I think it's very fair because that's how we deal with each other. Hirman al-ta'a. And here he's saying, if there was no punishment for the sin other than not opening the door for you for another good deed, that's enough. I hope you're writing these points. It will be very nice for you. Very, very nice. That to take and then share it, Ya Abdurrahman, with everybody. Because that's what you, or Hadi maybe, whoever is taking points, share it with everyone. Because once you share, whoever is learning, the reward will go to him or to her. Some of you are very good writers. Some of you retain well. Some of you are lucky it's recorded. Keep these points. And this will keep reminding you. And then you're going to connect 1 + 1 = 2. Then you will see why. Why this great thing happened and why this, I usually do it. Why it didn't happen? And I say to myself, what did you do? One of the things here which is very interesting is al-ma'asi tuqassir al-umur. Sins make you live shorter. And then there is a big discussion. Is it really live shorter or there is no barakah in life, especially at old age? Anybody has an older person that you know living with that have Alzheimer? Have you seen it? Very recently, a woman who I know very well. This woman till 85, never ever seen her not elegant. When I'm talking about elegant, like she goes for a checkup, she is like coming out from the designer store, wallahi, 85. PhD from the States in the 50s. Now she is 93. I saw her a month ago. I had no word. Nothing. I don't know if she knew me. Face changed, but I don't know. Not a single word. And acts exactly like a baby. Subhanallah. وَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يُتَوَفَّى وَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يُرَدُّ إِلَىٰ أَرْذَلِ الْعُمُرِ لِكَيْ لَا يَعْلَمَ مِنْ بَعْدِ عِلْمٍ شَيْئًا. Some of you will die, and some of you will stay or live, and they will turn back to the lowest point of living, so he or she will not know anything after they knew everything. She knows nothing, this woman. Nothing. I mean, I can't tell you. I saw her last month, and it's still in my mind. And I keep asking Allah, لا تردني إلى أرذل العمر. Don't send me. Don't make me live till people wish I am dead. I can't pray. I can't obey you why I'm here then. SubhanAllah. Literally like a baby, and a tough baby. Tough, stubbornness. And thinks, it's like, what is this? SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah. So ma'asi, one of this, they say, sins not literally shorten the age, because they said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already wrote the ages. But they said the barakah from the life will be taken. I'm sure some of you, maybe all of you, have lived those days when you, by the time you go to bed, say, SubhanAllah, how did I do all this today? Have you had these days? And then you have to say, Allah put barakah in it. But why did Allah put barakah in it? And another day you say, I did nothing. How many times you come on Monday and say, this weekend, did nothing. It's couch potato. Right? Well, couch potato is a complete waste of time. Meaning there's no barakah in that weekend. Barakah meaning if I slept well, catched up on my sleep, that's barakah, because now on Monday I have more energy. But nothing, then I have to say why. تُذْهِبُ بَرَكَةَ الْعُمُرِ. Subhanallah. And I'll have to read this. And he said, وَبِالْجُمْلَةِ إِذَا أَعْرَضَ الْعَبْدُ عَنِ اللَّهِ. And he said, summary. When the servant of Allah turn away from Allah, ضاعت عليه أيام حياته. The days, he lost the days. Those days, التي يجد غب إضاعتها. And he will say, and he will see the result of what he lost. When he will say, because that's in the Quran, يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. I wish I have done more for my real life. Hayati, my life is not this one, is the other one. So here you go. Let's come to practical. All of you, alhamdulillah, young, healthy, all life inshallah is in front of you. Full, Ya Rabbi Ameen. But in every day of your life, what did you do for the hereafter? For your life, not for somebody else. Sometimes you do for somebody else, but reality it is for you. The 24 hours a day, remove 8 hours. 8 hours work, 8 hours. The rest of the 8 hours, what did I do for the hereafter? At work, what did I do for the hereafter? At school, what did I do for hereafter? Driving, what did I do for the hereafter? Here, what did I do for the hereafter? Make it another priority. Because once you put it a priority, it's going to change. And Allah will start opening doors for you. You see somebody lost and you're going to guide them. That's hayati. That's help. That's for Allah, especially if you don't know them. Next one. Is it too heavy? Continue. You're too quiet. I don't know, sleeping or listening? I have no idea. I'm going to continue. I'm hoping. I'm always positive. Right? And I'm hoping that you all are focused. Thank you, my dear. Al-ma'asi. Are you ready? Al-ma'asi tazra'u amthaluha. Sins plant another sin. وَتَحْصِدُ أَمْثَالُهَا. And you're going to get the same. وَيُولِدُ بَعْضُهَا بَعْضًا. It will deliver more sins. True or false? Who said true? Bismillah. Teach me. Give me example. Not necessarily about you, in general, or anybody here. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. Yes, please. Okay. Absolutely. Let's see how honest you are. I asked the youth on the weekend. God, it was so painful. How many of you lie? Tink. Not a single hand stayed. And both of them jumped. The boys especially were, subhanAllah, they drained me at the end. The middle schoolers. Oh God. And I said, what did you lie about? Ouch, ouch. And there is lie and there is what is about. And he said, and he was so sweet. He said, my mom asked me, did you pray? I said, yes, and I didn't. Exactly. This is exactly what he said. And I said, oh no. He said, oh, yes. It's cute. And I said, why didn't you just say I didn't? Because he said, I will be punished. She will get upset with it. I said, so it's okay for Allah to get upset with you? You didn't pray and you lied. You didn't pray and you lied. Every sin, literally, you're cooking more sins. You're planting, I don't know how many of you do gardening. You're planting another sin. Subhanallah. وَجَزَاءُ سَيِّئَةٍ سَيِّئَةٌ مِثْلُهَا. One sin will get the other. And the opposite is also true. This is a good one. Every good deed will open another good deed. Pay attention to this. You help somebody. Literally, as simple as this. I said, come to the front, so if somebody comes late, they can find a space, and you moved. That's a good deed, by the way. And here, not good deeds, always I'm going to do all night qiyam. That's a good deed. You made somebody else's life is easy. What's going to happen? I'm going to say something gets like an arrow to your heart. Why? Because you did a good deed. Good deed, open good deed. And he said, the human being continue to do bad deeds or sins حتى تصير الطاعات والمعاصي هيئات راسخة, till it becomes the norm. And this is one of the biggest problems we facing, humanity, but Muslims. We have normalized sins. Am I right? Yes or no? Almost all of you, give me an example. Normalized. And if you rejected, you are extreme. And what? Okay, give me an example. Anybody, please. Overeating, I wouldn't say it's a sin unless it hurts my body. But give me a real sin. Yani no one will tell you that's not a sin. Handshaking. Male and female. If you don't handshake in certain society, you will be made fun of. It's an amazing story. I hate that. SubhanAllah, I came back only 1 week. Allah knows what I've seen in this 1 week. Amazing story, my friend said. May Allah give her Jannat al-Firdaus. One member of her family, a woman, okay, with her husband, they were in a family gathering. So the older man, Assalamu alaikum, she said, I don't shake man's non-mahram. He made fun of her in public. Now the husband was there, he couldn't say anything, that's his very close relative and an older man. Her father-in-law was there and he couldn't say because you don't want to create huge issue. But everybody was annoyed. They told her, the friend of mine is very close relative of the man who made fun. She picked up the phone on him. They are very open. The man who made fun is very open. Look what she said. Because when he was telling her why you are not, his excuse was, we should be open to others. We should be inclusive. You know how this the usual story we hear these days. She said, and they, you name it, they do public disobedience. Yani you go on their social media, you see it. Beyond. These are Muslims. She picked up the phone on him. She said, is this true what I heard? Is that really what she was not there? Is this really what happened? He said, yes. She said, listen, you do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, everything. And they are public and they are on social media. And we accepted and we didn't say anything. We did not make fun of you. And this is all agreed disobedience. Now when we come and a young woman is obeying Allah, you make fun of her. Why were you not inclusive? That man apologized next day. Huge apology. That's what we need. But everybody is afraid these days. Nobody wants to say this is wrong. Am I correct? Everybody's not my business. Whose business is it? كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس. Why we were the best ummah Allah sent out? Just because we are Muslim? No, I'm sorry. Because Allah said it, it's in Surah Al Imran. 4 things. تأمرون بالمعروف, you enjoy good. تنهون عن المنكر, you prevent evil. تؤمنون بالله, then you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is sins that is very normal these days? Yes. Music. The youth again. Everybody said, why it's haram? Now, is music haram? And for the youth, I say yes. And I said, tell me what music you listen to. I'm not going to tell you the names. And I said, what is in the lyrics? I acted like I don't know. I said, what's in the lyrics? Very honestly. He said, all foul language. I said, what they are wearing. Don't answer me. And everybody watch it. Norm. And we don't not only not reject it, but we watch it. Right? What else? What else? You go to walk on the beach. Here, we live 20 minutes from the beach. Okay? And you see what people wear. Do you reject it internally? You don't do it, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, but do I reject it? Ya Allah, this is not pleasing to you. Ya Allah, please cover them. Ya Allah, please show them what you show me. Don't put people down, but at least make dua for them. Norm. Nudity is norm. Foul language is norm. Injustice is norm. Am I correct? At every level. You look at every level. And that's what happened. And then every sin brings another sin, and then it becomes normal. And when you come and to reject, then people say you are too extreme. And the good is the same thing. If everyone does good, I always say this, when people come talk to me and tell me hijab is very difficult, I said, yes, it is. Absolutely. Who wants to be different in public? But imagine if every Muslim woman, I was told there is 1 million Muslim in Southern California. I don't know if this number is true or not. Imagine 60% of them are women. That's usually the statistics. And from the 60, so that's 600,000, there is at least 300,000 adult women. Imagine the 300,000, they're all wearing hijab. I am not different anymore. Every man doesn't do all the haram the other man does it, Muslims, right? Then I am not. But because it has become the norm, is the haram is the norm. And that's what he's saying. تزرع أمثالها. It's going to plant one, and everybody is. What is the big deal? And the last one here, because I think I gave you enough today. I just want to make sure you continue to show up on the YP. And he said, وَمِنْ أَخْوَفِهَا عَلَى الْعَبْدِ. When the result of sins, he's saying to me and to him, it's the most scary. It's the effect of the sin on the heart. And this is what I asked you in the beginning. تضعف القلب عن إرادته. You will have no energy and desire and interest and priority to obey Allah. So this is the answer. Remember when I first asked you why we don't have it? Because sins will make this. تقوى فيه إرادة المعصية. Sins becomes beautiful. Give you an example. When you are in social, and lovely the things you do, but in the social, and take 2 times. One of the socials, mashallah, there was nothing. There was salah that was on time. There was a lot of respect, a lot of fun, the way it pleases Allah, right? And see when you go home, what is inside you. Or after these classes, when you go home, versus if you didn't come and you were watching something, whatever it is, what is going to happen after? Literally examine, and this is again how you learn, examine your feelings. Don't say it to people. Examine your feelings. And always connect those feelings. What did I do? What did I say? That's why do you think when Rasul ﷺ was in a gathering, he's with the Sahaba and he's a Rasul ﷺ. When he leaves, he says, Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Dua istighfarul majlis. It's the dua to ask Allah to forgive you. What did he say? And one of my teachers in Quran, I used to go and read to her Quran. We finished and say, Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdi. I was like, Sheikha. She said, just in case. And follow the sunnah. So here you are. And I want to stop here because I want to again take your questions or comments. Learn, take home message today and get it ready for you for Ramadan. When I disobey Allah, I say it in our language. When I disobey Allah, I'm going to pay the price. Period. And the price, as I said, many. More sins, less good deeds, less connection with Allah, less love even of people, and more and more and more. One of the things that I always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and really I want you, especially in Ramadan, ask Allah to make you hate sins. Hate. Because if you hate something, you're not going to struggle. If you don't like banana, you don't care if there is thousands of bananas in front of you. But if you love banana, it's very hard not to eat. So ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove the sins from you. And please, and this is a beautiful group, mashallah, help each other to obey Allah. Honestly. Help each other. You can't speak, make dua. I don't want to say they may not take it from me, whether it's from the sisters or the brothers or both. You didn't like it, make dua. Make dua. What is going to cost you? Zero. And this is another good deed. And this is actually a good deed that brings another good deed because you're praying for someone else. Ya Allah, just like you made me love salah, make her love salah. Make him love salah. Just like you made me hate not to do this. I used to do it, but I'm not interested anymore. Make them not do it. Don't look down at them. What I'm going to get if everybody is not doing a good deed or they are doing a good deed. So please do that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us all. I want you all to make a dua for one of the dear sisters who is part of the YP, who's going through a difficult time. And please make a dua for her in health. Right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbi, innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir, ashfi wa anta shafi, la shifa illa shifa'uk, wa la dawa'a illa dawa'uk, shifa'an la yughadiru saqama. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the dua from Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam. Allahumma adhab al-ba's. Ya Allah, you are Allah. Remove the ba's. Ba's is disease. Ashfi, cure. Wa anta shafi, you are the one who cure. Shifa'an la yughadiru saqama. A complete cure that there is nothing left in her. And help her, and this is addition, help her to go through, because of course you have to get treatment, and treatment by itself is tough. Make her go through the treatment with ease. And inshallah she comes back with us, Ya Rabbi Ameen, before Ramadan, Ya Rabbi Ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabi tasliman kathira.